Hey Sim friends, and welcome back to my channel. jessrassic-snark here, and today you are watching a speed build of a medieval marketplace. I have called it Ye Old Market Square, and it is available for download on the Sims 4 gallery if you look for the hashtag snark, or you just look for Ye Old Market Square. The only thing is that for some reason it's saying that it has custom content in it, and I have scoured this lot up and down and I cannot figure out what it is. I don't know if it's because I maybe placed a piece of custom content and then deleted it, or I don't know, maybe there's like a piece of wallpaper somewhere, but I don't know. I scoured it and I cannot figure it out. So I would love for you to get on there, get on the Sims 4 gallery, find this and download it, and then see what's missing. If there's like something that you notice, let me know, because that would be really helpful. If this is your first time to my channel, you should definitely subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you like speed builds, if you like The Sims 4, if you like Let's Plays, because this lot was actually built specifically for my upcoming Let's Play that is going to be medieval themed. There's kings and queens and princesses and wizards and witches and normal folk. So if that sounds like it's something that is up your alley, you should definitely hit that subscribe button for new content twice a week. So one thing that I want to start off and say is that I'm really sorry about the late reply to your comments on my videos. I don't know why, but for some reason, I don't know if it's because like the analytics or whatever, but when I go to my dashboard, it wasn't showing me the comments that people were making the days that they were making them. I didn't see them until 4 days later, which is weird because I'm on there like just about every day checking out like how many views and subscribers I have. So and like see what's changed and like how my view duration has changed and that kind of stuff. So I don't really know why, but I will definitely try and make sure that I keep a better eye on that in the future. So I just definitely wanted to put that out there, and so I will definitely be trying to reply to your comments sooner rather than later. So I actually uploaded this on the gallery as a generic lot because it's a marketplace. I haven't quite figured out exactly how I want to handle the Old Mare Inn, which you can kind of see around the corner there, and this lot, like any sort of public medieval lots or community lots. Because there's going to be townies. There's going to be, I've already kind of tested it out. Townies show up in like their normal gear. A police officer showed up. And I don't think there's a mod to stop that. And I do know that generally Sims don't show up on generic lots, so I feel like that's one solution, or just have people live there would be another solution, just make it a residential lot. But I kind of like the idea of not always knowing like exactly what Sims you're going to run into. So if you know of a mod to get rid of townies, that would be super awesome. I would love that. So let me know that down in the comments if that's something that you know of, because I will be doing a search myself. So this Ye Old Market Square is on a 30 by 20 lot in downtown Windenburg. It has no bedrooms, obviously, and one bathroom hidden in the clock tower on the second floor. It took about 3.5 hours to build, and if you're really just here for the screenshots, you can skip to the 22-minute mark, because that's where all the screenshots and kind of fly-through things are. I wanted to keep in the same style as my other builds. So for this series, I will link the playlist at the end, the medieval playlist. But I also wanted this section to be 3 different shops. So the way that I kind of achieved that was just changing the wallpaper for each one, and then I have that little gap in between those 2 buildings right there, which later I actually make a tunnel underneath that bridge. And I think that is what you would see a lot in medieval marketplaces, or just marketplaces in general. You know, you go downtown, even just like in a town in New England, and that's what it looks like. It's a bunch of buildings all together. Or downtown in any city, really. So that's what I wanted it to look like. I wanted it to have a little bit of like I don't know, just like a row of shops kind of feel. So that's what this is. There are 3 shops and a clock tower, and then 3 market stalls, which I'll show you how I build later on when we get to that part. So the building on the end there, all the way on the right-hand side, that actually gets turned into a 4-story clock tower later on, and you'll get to see that. So there's 3 shops. The one on the left-hand side is a bookshop, in the middle is a music shop, and then on the far side is a butchery, and then like a small tavern upstairs. And then there's 3 market stalls. One is for fish, one is for vegetables, and another one is for booze. So like wine and beer. And I'm really proud of how the market stalls turned out. I can't wait for y'all to see that and take a look at it. Um, I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out. I'm not super thrilled with it. I think it's because it looks different than I thought it would in my head because it's in downtown Windenburg. It's like not on a foresty type lot. And if it was, I think it would feel very different to me. So also I was thinking that I wanted to build kind of like a watchtower or something like that, but I also decided it would make more sense to put that across the square, like on the other side of the old Mare Inn, on that lot right there that you just saw flash by on the other side of the fountain. I thought it would make more sense to maybe put like a barracks there and have that be a gym lot. So that's kind of cool. I think that's what I'm gonna do instead. Um, so you can see that I'm doing a lot of the stuff that I've done in the other build, which is change the slope of the eaves, make it a little bit more concave, using a lot of the Tudor style wallpaper. And then here you can kind of see this like old like clapboard style wallpaper where it's just planks, just wooden planks. So I thought that was pretty appropriate for like a downtown medieval building. I feel like, some of the, like the poorer people or the poorer shop owners would probably build their shops out of that. So that's why I put that like that. And then obviously you can see the one in the middle is a little fancier. The one on the end just kind of looks like your typical old stone building. And that one's the bookshop. I really love how that one turned out. I think that's my favorite shop out of all 3. But also, there will be eventually a remodel with custom content. Even though, like I said, this one says it has custom content, I cannot figure it out. If you can help me figure it out, that'd be great. um, and it's not the spray paint on the ground. I tested that. It's not that. And it's not the art on the walls. I know that's like a common thing. I can't figure it out. But anyway, so there will be a remodel of not only this lot, but all of the lots that I've done in the medieval style for my medieval Let's Play with custom content. I found some really good stuff. I cannot wait to show you. I cannot wait to link it so that you can download it for yourselves. And then obviously I'll re-upload these with the custom content on there and some links to what the custom content is. I probably won't be able to link everything, but I do have everything linked, just about everything linked on my Pinterest page, and that's the same as my YouTube tag. It's just jessrassic_snark, so you can find me on Pinterest. I also started a Tumblr. I haven't like really posted anything. That one is jessrassic-snark because they won't let you use underscores. So not exactly a huge fan of that for branding reasons, but what are you gonna do? Like I always say, you can't have everything your way. You just gotta adapt sometimes. So speaking of which, I had a little bit of a tough day at work today. I still wanted to make sure I got this voiceover done tonight so that I could get this up for you on Saturday, because I know that I've been talking about this for a little while, so I want to make sure I got it up. But if I sound a little snarkier than normal, that might be why. um, so, yeah. I'm really excited for this Let's Play coming up. I found a really cool sorcerer mod that once we get going, I will show you how that works. I also recently, just for fun, built a not medieval build, just a Cape Home is what I called it. It's on another island in Windenburg, not in this save, but in another save. I do use some custom content there. That one's already up on the gallery too. It's just called Cape Home, but you will have to go into the advanced section and turn on, viewing builds that have custom content. It's only like 3 or 4 pieces. It's maybe that's not true. It's like 10 or 15 pieces. It's not a lot. Certainly not so much that like you wouldn't be able to download it and have it be recognizable. So check that one out. I'm going to do a speed build of that. I'll be posting a speed build of that at some point. So that's some of the things that you can look forward to coming up. The Cape Home speed build, the Let's Plays that will be coming up soon, and then I'm also going to be doing a CC and mods tutorial coming up. I think the first Let's Play will probably be posted on Saturday, so a week from the day that you're watching this, or the day that this video was posted. So here you can see me building the market stalls. So what I did was you have to turn move objects on. So bb.move objects in the Control-Shift-C in the cheat panel. And so what I did was I put the table down, then I built a wall through the middle of it, and then put those awnings up, and then put columns on the side, and then changed it so that it was that kind of like filigree thing in the middle. What is that called? I actually don't know what that's called. Wow, irresponsible simmer. So that's how I did that, and it looks really cool. I know that other folks have done that, and I'm sure I'm not the first person to figure that out. I've seen it before. I didn't go and look it up before I kind of did this myself. I kind of figured it out, but I know I'm not the first person, so I'm not trying to take credit for things that other people have figured out. But so that's how I did that. You can see I'm doing it again here. Just make sure you turn move objects on, and it's really easy to do. It's super simple. And that's also how I managed to build like a well that I never ended up using, but I think I will use it in another build that I have coming up soon. So when I did it on the diagonal, it was a little bit easier. When I did it on the not diagonal, it wasn't quite as flush, so I had to kind of fiddle with it a little bit. So that table is just a little bit bigger. I just put two tables together to make one big table, but I feel like that works anyway. And once it's all filled out, you can't really notice it. That it's different. It doesn't look different at all. So here we go. Now I'm changing this one into a clock tower. Literally what I did is I just selected the room and duplicated it and just continued putting them on top of one another. And then I put a roof on top and kind of played with, what I wanted it to look like. And then what I did was I took this great big clock that we got from Get Together, and then I just sized it up. I kind of play with it, trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to do. So you see, I will size it up, and then I kind of have to figure out what I want it to look like. Now here, if I place it, it's nice and in the light, but if I put it inside, then all of a sudden it's dark, which is strange because later on you'll see it changes actually back to being in the light again. I don't know what I did. I don't think I changed anything, but you'll see in the screenshots it goes back to being in the light again. So yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there, but I kind of decided that I went back and forth, but I decided that I don't mind it looking dark like that because I think that it would be old, right? It would be maybe like old and like not well taken care of. It's not something that the kingdom has decided they're going to spend money on. Is this clock, like to clean it or whatever? Because I would imagine it's probably really dangerous to get up there for them. Also, I kind of thought about it, and I realized that they might not have even had clocks that look like that in medieval times. But you know what? Don't care. Long hair, don't care. I do have very long hair, and I definitely don't care because I like how it looks. And you know what? This is The Sims, where fantasies become reality. Not really virtual reality, I guess, but I do what I want. So whatever. It doesn't have to be historically accurate because it's not going to be. So here you can see me starting to put together the stalls. I pull all this stuff out of the debug menu, so that's where the pumpkins come from the pumpkin carving station that we got with spooky stuff, and then just vegetables out of the debug. If you're looking how to get into the debug menu, just pull up the cheat box with Control-Shift-C, and then put in bb.show hidden objects. That will give you all that stuff. Those big bags of flour is called ingredients, so you can type that in to search for it, and then all the other stuff is obviously tomato, bell pepper, onions, whatever. And over here I put some fish up, all the different kinds of fish. So there's a fishmonger, maybe, who sells fish down at the market. So I know that I put some fly-throughs in the beginning, or so, like, I guess kind of machinimas, kind of, not really, with some people, some Sims in it. And I really just made those characters to be kind of extra characters, so they'll just kind of exist in the town. One of them is supposed to be kind of like a bard person. One of them is the bookshop owner, and his daughter. Then there's like the music shop owner and her son. And there's the guy who sells beer and wine, a guy who sells alcohol, and his daughter, and then there's like a soldier type person. And they all have awesome names. I forget what his last name is, but I was looking up medieval names, and I found the name Winebod, and so of course that's what I named the guy who sells alcohol. His name is Winebob, like Winebob Weiss or something like that. I can't remember his last name. That's too bad. Uh, so I created them just so that I would have people to kind of like hang out in the marketplace. Um, so it is officially fall. I had my first pumpkin spice iced coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. Not that I'm, endorsing Dunkin' Donuts or anything like that, but I had one and it was great. I am basic. I did enjoy my pumpkin spice coffee that I had the other day. And so that being said, it is officially fall. It is officially fall. It is here. I think I've said that in like every video for the past 3 videos. So I would be curious to find out from you, what are some fall style builds that you would like to see? I found this really great mod that turns your Sims world into autumnal colors like reds and oranges in the trees. It looks really cool, so I'd like to kind of try it out. I've definitely seen First Snowfall, but I've never seen this one before. So I'm interested to try that out, but I'm curious, what kind of fall themed builds would you like to see that you haven't seen? Or maybe you have seen them before, but you want to just see it done differently, or you just want to see someone else's take on it. Put that down in the comments. And so, hopefully I'll be able to get to work on that. I have some ideas of my own, but I'd really like to see, what it is that you are interested in seeing so that I can do that for you, because I'd really like to do that. So what else? What else? So some of the other buildings that I'm going to be creating for my medieval Let's Play, like I said, there's going to be like an armory barracks type of thing. That's going to be a gym. There's going to be a church with a priest and possibly some other folks that live there. There's going to be a noble's house. I've already built a peasant's house. I've already built the witch's house. That I did a speed build of that. Obviously, the castle, Reinhardt Castle. If you haven't seen that, you should definitely check that one out. It will be in the playlist, the medieval playlist that I'm gonna link at the end. But it's really cool. It's probably my favorite build that I've ever done. Definitely the biggest and the most difficult build that I've ever done. It took me over 10 hours. So you should definitely check that out because it's really cool and I'm proud of it. So take a look at that. And then I'm going to have like a farmer's house. So I haven't exactly decided how all of these characters are going to fit into the Let's Play, but I know that there is going to be a wizard who is evil and the witch who is good, and they're both going to be sorcerers with the sorcery mod. And I think that they're going to be, I think maybe some vampires might come into play since I have that pack, and that's kind of like a cool thing. So maybe there'll be some sort of like working to control the kingdom by the wizard who wants to, be in power, and the way that he's going to do that is turning people into vampires and controlling them, I guess. That could possibly be a storyline. I was also thinking of a storyline of, an heir to the throne type of storyline, having to figure that out. But I think a lot of it is going to center around, like, figuring out the sorcery mod and the magic and that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty excited for that. Sorry, I keep touching my microphone with my hand. I don't mean to. I hope you can't hear that. So I think we're coming up on the end of the build here. We're getting pretty close. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you someone who has subscribed, we're up to 58 subscribers. I would really love to hit 100 by the end of October. I think that's totally something that can happen. So if you like what you see, if you like what you hear that's coming up, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you're able to view these videos as soon as they come out. I would really appreciate it. And that way, I'll be able to do more and better videos as time goes on. Maybe I'll be able to someday like afford actual Photoshop and not use like free stuff that I downloaded off the internet. If you download this a lot, you'll see those little meat packages disappear because they get stinky after a while. But yeah, so check out the rest of my channel. Check out the rest of this medieval playlist at the end, and then in the future, look forward to the Cape Home, the Let's Play, the CC tutorial, and the CC renovations of all of my builds. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking these videos. Check out my Pinterest to find a complete list of all the CC that I have seen and wanted to use. There's 2 boards. One is just called TS4, and the other one is called TS4 Medieval, where I've been kind of storing all the stuff that I've been putting together. All of like the custom content and the mods that I've been collecting. So I found some really, really good stuff. There's a couple of mod creators that are super amazing. They kick butt. Historical Sims Life. She's awesome. She's so cool. If you are interested in that kind of stuff and putting that kind of thing into your your gameplay, you should definitely check that out because she's really, really good. So it's just it's Historical Sims Life on Tumblr. She's got all kinds of cool stuff that you can download. Make sure you check for original meshes though, because I've made that mistake a couple of times where it's not working because I don't have the original meshes. And if you're sitting there and you're like, what is she talking about? I don't understand what's going on. What does the word mesh even mean? Then you should definitely subscribe because I will be doing a tutorial on how to figure that stuff out and exactly what all that means. And here you can kind of see a little preview of all of the custom content, musical instruments that we're going to have coming forward. So I'm really excited about that. There's like a lyre and like a really cool piano and like all kinds of stuff. So for real, this is the end of the video. I really, really appreciate you watching. Like this video, subscribe, check out the rest of my videos, share it with your friends if you like it, share it with your enemies if you hate it, and have a really, really, really great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.